So Ezekiel, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Ezekiel, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello?
Okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. And how are you guys?
Okay. And how is staff in Denmark? How is Denmark?
Yeah, Denmark is on lockdown now, but I think it's fine because with the situation going on now. So, but Denmark is fine now. It's kind of they're having some good economic, and then yeah, I think it's fine now.
Okay. Now, let us look at COVID-19. What is the impact also in Denmark? What is happening there?
Hello? What? Hello?
Yes, I'm asking you, what is the impact of the COVID-19 in Denmark? What's happening?
Yeah, lately we have been locked down for like 2 months now. But there's still movement, but the lockdown is not that totally locked down because some stores stores are still open. So for like 2 months now we have been in isolation. Some yeah, but I think the cases of the COVID-19 now it's kind of higher than before, but most people are recovering from it now. So I think it's kind of very good now because people are recovering more than the people are dying from it. Because now we have almost like 8,000 cases, but almost like 5,000 people have recovered from it.
Okay. Now, are you training? What is happening with you and your colleagues? Is the team giving you some training sessions to do? What is happening in terms of training?
Uh, like uh, uh, like now, there are some teams that they are training, and some they're not training now. So it depends on how the team management decide what to do, because like the government is allow people allow some teams to train, but not more than 10 people at like in a particular like in a group, not more than 10 people. So some teams are taking it like training in a group, and some teams are like kind of training in just self training, individual training. So like in our team now we're just like training like in a group of people, so but not more than 10 people. Yeah.
Okay, so what are some of the training sessions that you engage in?
What?
What are some of the training sessions? What do you do? Is it push-ups? Do you do the treadmill? What are the routines that you go through as a Midland player?
um as Midland player, because we're trying to, because the training is like no contact now yet, because we train in a pitch like outside, but there's no contact yet. So yeah, we have to train like maybe try to play with ball, but we don't have to like train and play against each other, but we are training with the ball still, and then make some running just to keep fit, and also sometimes making the gym outside so we can make kind of some strength training. So that's I think that's the training we're training right now.
Okay. So before COVID-19 halted the league, what was the position of FC Midland in the Denmark League, and yourself, your performance in the team?
uh we're at first in the position now before the pandemic. So we're at first at the table with kind of with 12 point ahead, And then like right now, I'm not kind of in the team right now because I'm on loan to another team. So yeah.
Okay, so you are on loan to which team now?
I'm on loan to a team, second division. It's called FC Rinkobi.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So now take us back to the days, Victor
Yep.
Ezekiel. Where were you born? Where did you start your playing career and all that? Just give us that info. Okay, so we'll re-establish contact with him, and we'll get him back on the line. You're still watching the Sports Coffee here on Omi Television. My name is Bennett Kenyansa. Joel Eyim Kwanza will join me whilst we go through some of the stories that we touched on, whilst we reconnect and establish contact with Victor Ezekiel Dawa, who happens to be a player of FC Midland, now on loan. We'll be talking about the clubs he's played for. We'll be looking also at some of the things that he's done. So just don't go anywhere. Once the network becomes very clear, we'll go back on the line and establish contacts with him. But there is one particular story that is beginning to gain a lot of currency locally. You remember FIFA has transferred about $500,000, $500,000, to the various associations to help, in this moment of COVID-19. Some clubs or some people are saying the clubs have to demand a share of that particular booty. But the FA communications director has also been speaking and insisting that that particular money has nothing to do with the club. So it's not a money to be shared to the clubs. We'll be listening to him. But before that, Joel, that story, it's currently blazing hot, right?
Yeah. Fortunately, unfortunately, some members of the current administration or some football administrators who on a normal day you wouldn't hear them speaking are now speaking because they know now it is an issue with us to do with money. Yes, and in this COVID-19 situation, you don't give any penny a chance. So almost all of them are coming out, and it is getting interesting. And I think even yesterday, the FA said they would have to sit down with the various stakeholders and explain to them where the money is.
Okay. So I understand we've established contact again with Victor Ezekiel. Hello, Victor. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello, Victor. Are you back on the line?
Yeah, I'm back now. I can hear you now.
Okay. So I was asking you, tell me a bit about yourself, where you were born, your growing up, so that we get to connect with you more.
Yeah, I was born in Nigeria, Plateau State, a town called Sotgel. It's a kind of a small town. In the north part of Plateau, in the north part of Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's where I grew up.
Okay, and your football career, where did it start, and how did it start?
Yeah, I started to play football when I was 10. I started football at my hometown, just as like a grassroots with because I started with people that are kind of bigger than me, even older than me. So I started football in a grassroots in a small city, and then it started to get growing up. Like it started to get expand in Nigeria. So I didn't play in any professional league in Nigeria. So because Midland has a kind of academy in Nigeria.
Okay.
It's located in Ogun State. That's close to Lagos. And then last 3 years, the man in charge of the academy in Ogun State, he went to my state. He would make a scouting program. So I was one of the luckiest to selected in the program. So I went to the academy.
Okay. So you went to the academy in in
Yeah, I started.
Nigeria, right? Or you went straight
In
away to Holland, to Denmark?
Ogun
Sorry.
State. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I
So
yeah.
before that, you didn't play any professional football in Nigeria.
No, no, no. I didn't play any professional football in Nigeria. It's just like from grassroots.
Okay. So from the
Yeah,
grassroots, you connected to the Midland club in Nigeria, then onward
yeah,
transfer to Denmark, right?
yeah.
Okay, so tell me about the experience from the transition from Nigeria to Denmark. How did you handle it, and how was the experience like? You being a local boy playing in Nigeria, now you find yourself in Denmark.
Uh, it's kind of very hard, but in everything we have to be positive minded because I was thinking when I go to the academy because there was so much good players more than me.
Mm.
So and then the first time when I went to the academy and then I started like maybe I'm just gonna go back home because if you're not doing that good in the academy, then they're gonna just take you back home because they want you to do like more than you do before to stay in the academy. So I started like facing a lot of challenges in the academy. So, but I was luckily because God just put me through,
Mm.
and I don't even know how it happens, but I just keep on keep on going. So because they select every year in the academy, they like select 2 to 3 people to come
And
to
you
Denmark
mentioned about some
because in the
challenges.
academy we're kind of like 15. So
Okay. You mentioned about some challenges that you
yeah.
face in Denmark. What are some of the challenges that you encountered at Midland?
The challenges I'm facing that we're facing at Midland now to from like because we started like an academy,
Mm-hmm.
so like in the academy, uh, it has to be when you're black color, then you have to do more than like you have to do 2 times more than the white color do. I don't know if you understand what I'm
I
saying.
do understand you
So
perfectly.
yeah, so the challenges is kind of like it's way harder because you
Yeah.
have to do times what you were expected to do to
Mm.
stay in their academy to so it's not just like when you come down to Denmark you just kind of relax. Yeah, they're just gonna sign you. No, you have to go through some trials and then and then they'll see that and then after that then they can decide if to let you stay or not. So it's kind of like a very big challenges to every like person that coming from Nigeria from like kind of grassroots because the football in grassroots football just comes straight to kind of professional level. It's
Mm.
kind of very like way different, so you have to like get used to that. Yeah, so you have to like learn a lot to get used to it.
Okay. So at Midland, when you got there, were there other Nigerians, were there other Africans players playing at FC Midland for you to feel at home a bit when you got there?
Yeah, there's a lot because when I came down here I met a lot of people, almost like 6 Nigerians,
Okay.
because because it's every year that they promote or 3 people from the academy down in Nigeria to Midland. So I met a lot of Nigerians. So they make me even feel kind of at home, and that also helped me to even concentrate more on football
Mm.
because
And
they make
are
me
there Ghanaian
understand
also?
I need to do to stay.
Did you meet any Ghanaian also at Midland when you got there?
Yeah, I met one Ghanaian.
Do you remember his
Yeah,
name?
yeah. His name is Michael Baidu.
Michael Bedu.
Yeah,
Okay. So now at Midland, how many seasons did you play before you went on loan?
I started from U19.
Okay.
So I play. So they have to like kind of when you play U19, you have to be kind of some of the best before you're promoted also to the first team.
Mm,
So I play U19 2 season
mm.
before getting onto the first team because that was when they promote me to the first team. Then I go on loan because they didn't put me direct to the first team list like squad. So I try like I go on loan first to FC Federation, and I just go for half season in FC Federation. Then I came back to Midland. So and then now I'm on loan again to FC Rinkobe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as a young player growing up, who did you look up to for inspiration? Being it a local Nigerian player or an international player that you drew a lot of inspiration from?
Yeah. Well, I always look up to Paul Pogba,
Mm.
and by then when I came down to Denmark, then I decided to change it. Then I started looking up to N'Golo Kante
Okay.
because we kind of play the same style of football.
So it means you are
So
a midfielder, right?
yeah.
Okay. Now let us look at your current club where you now on loan. What are the statistics? Have you scored any goals? Have you assisted in any goals? How many games have you played so far before the COVID-19 halted activities?
Uh, I only play in the Danish like U19 because
Okay.
I haven't played any like in the first team because I haven't gotten the chance to play in the first team yet.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, so I have played a lot of games in the U19
Okay. And are you
because
in contact
I play a
with
lot of games in the U19.
okay. Are you in contact with the Nigerian Football Federation? Have you been contacted for the national team call up, possibly the under 20 back home in Nigeria?
No, not yet because they haven't contacted them and they haven't contacted me. So, but I think I'm still working on that.
But are you open to play for Nigerian national team? Are you open?
Um, it's kind of really hard. It's kind of really hard because like I said, this that's what I'm working on now because
Mm.
I don't know. I don't like really know now because it's kind of different to get into like difficult to get into the national team. Like yeah, but I'm still working on that. Yeah.
Okay. Now let us look at the way forward. Are you hoping to move away from FC Midland? Should clubs come knocking, and preferably where do you want to play aside Denmark?
Um. Yeah, my dream. I always like have a dream to play one day in FC Barcelona, but
Mm.
it's kind of gradual process. So yeah, if anything bigger than FC Midland came there, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's fine. Like kind of okay to go out of Denmark, even though it's not that big. But let's say maybe in bigger league or somewhere. Even though the team is not like in the first, in the first league or something. But if the team is more bigger than them, Midland, so it's okay. Yeah.
And have you been following Nigerian football? And what do you make of Nigerian football currently?
Yeah, I have been following lately, but
Mm.
at the moment, no, I'm not like following up because I'm kind of dealing with my own situation a lot. So, but yeah, but I've been following up. They're kind of doing good now, but because the way they like this last pass before the pandemic, I think they're doing great. So, but
Mm.
I haven't following up. Yeah, I haven't following up. Maybe I think the past 6 months or something. Yeah, I
Okay.
haven't checked.
Okay. And have you had the
Yeah,
opportunity to play in the UEFA Youth League?
yeah. I play almost most of the games, but when we're kind of like qualified from the qualification playoff,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I got injured, so
Okay.
I was out then. So, but I came back when yeah after 2 games.
And you, what would you say you have learned from playing in a top class league like the league in Denmark, and you also benefiting from the facilities of FC Midland? What would you say has been this impact on your career? The impact of Midland, Denmark, all the things you see around you on your career. How has it helped you?
Yeah, the facilities especially. It's the Midland House. It's more like because some of it I have never haven't seen them. Uh, like when I started my football career, I haven't seen them and I haven't used any of them. So I think it helps me a lot because it helps me. It also helped me improve my career a lot. So I think yeah, it helps a lot because if you're like kind of back then because in Nigeria because we doesn't have those facilities even in the academy we doesn't have any facilities like that so it's I think it helps me a lot. It helps me like train like professional, although yeah.
So your current club, do you have any local players, as in African players, with you there, or you are the only African player in there?
Yeah, my current club back then in Nigeria, I think yeah there's so much so many good players. There's
Mm.
so many good players. Yeah, but just the opportunity they haven't just got the opportunity, but there's so many good players.
Mm. And
Yeah.
you having been exposed as a youth footballer, what do you think we should do to improve the African game? What can be done to improve the quality of play in Africa so that we can get quality players that can compete with whoever or from whatever country on the world stage?
uh yeah, and to African players like in the youth stage, I think we need to just because sometimes the problem is from who trains you. The problem also is from we the African like youth players because sometimes it's our mindset because also another problem it's kind of from our parents because down here in Denmark because what I see with other like the way they do with other youth players, their parents give them a full 100% kind of uh,
Support.
uh, support, yeah, uh, full 100% support. And if you have that support when you're in a youth player, you improve a lot. You do things a lot, and also depends on who train you. That's another problem because I have like three major problems with Africans. The like when you're in a youth stage because we the youth players, our family, and the coach who trained you because if we have like a good trainer because some African coaches, they just tell you just to keep on, when you're in a field, they just tell you to just keep on running without facilities, and also without telling you how to support you. They'll just come and then just play and then just go. Some people, they need more kind of good coaches to let them know who they are, because some people are like so much talented, but just the training sometimes it's kind of bring them down. And also our mindset when you're a youth player, because you think of oh, this one have played, I've seen him, he's a very good player and he's played a lot and he has played in so many places, and where have he go? Because we always put negative mindset in our minds instead of the positive. Even though he hasn't played, maybe he hasn't make it in football. Okay, maybe I can do something. Maybe God can let do something with some miracles with me, and then I make it. But we doesn't put that mindset. We just, oh, okay, we're just reluctant. We just play and then just go, play and then just go. Learn new, like, that means I'm talking to like our mindset now. Like, learn new things. Try to make yourself try to do something to yourself, like challenge yourself a lot, and then you'll see, like, kind of, it just, you don't, like, you don't have to pay somebody to take you to anywhere. You don't have to do something to, but what you do, like what you do, it determines where you're going to. So you have to just be positive mindset, and then you're gonna go where you want to go if you just dream big. Yeah.
So that is so great. Are you in touch with some of your colleagues and sharing some of the experiences that you've shared with us with your friends back home? Are you sharing with them some of the things that you are learning and the things that you are picking in Europe?
Yeah, a lot of my colleagues, I do that a lot. And I also have a kind of like a group chat on Facebook. Yeah, because I put some of them. I also have a group chat on Facebook with some of them. Yeah, we talk a lot.
Okay. So have you trained today already, or today no training session, or you are done?
At the moment I'm injured, so I supposed to train this afternoon, but I think it was cancelled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we go, what is the way forward, and where should we see Victor Ezekiel in the next 5 years? All things being equal, hopefully, where should we see you?
In the next 5 years, I think, by His grace, by God's grace, you're gonna see Victor in a very big higher level, because I'm always working hard on that. So yeah. So yeah. Maybe in the next 5 years, maybe in Barcelona, my dream team. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
We're praying it will come to pass.
Yeah. Amen.
Okay. But before you go, in this moment of COVID-19, do you have a message for your fans, your family, friends back home in Nigeria, and even in Ghana, in Africa, and the world at large? What message do you have for them?
The only message I have for them now is just, let's obey the rules that the government just put, and let's obey whatever to keep us safe, and just use the regular instruction and just stay home, and then we're gonna overcome this. Yeah.
Okay, so Victor Ezekiel Dawa, we must say thank you very much for speaking with us. It's a pleasure, and we wish you the very best in your future endeavors. God bless you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.